then another area to discuss is our domestic hot water. Turns out one of the major energy users in a home throughout the year is domestic hot water heating. So the strategy is to incorporate a recirculation loop. This minimizes the waiting time for hot water to go from the hot water heater to the faucet or shower head, and it helps minimize losses through the hot water sitting in pipes over time. The second thing it does is we limit the length of the hot water piping from the loop to the fixture to increase our efficiencies. And then the third thing we like to incorporate is a circulation pump. These can be on a timer, or many times we install call buttons at the bathrooms and the kitchens. So when you get up in the morning and you're walking into the bathroom, you hit the call button, and immediately the pump turns on and brings a fresh layer of hot water into the recirc loop, so that when you hit the shower, it's a very short time until that hot water comes right out. Now, many passive houses are using different hot water heating equipment. Some of the most efficient seem to be these heat pump hot water heaters. The one on the far left has a remote heat pump unit that's installed outside of the house, and the heat storage tank is inside, which is the most efficient, but it's also the most expensive of the units that are out there. The two hot water heaters you see in the middle image are what they call a hybrid system, which has the heat pump equipment built into the top of the storage tank, and these units have a very high coefficient of efficiency, which means if you spend $1 on energy, you're going to get back anywhere between $3 and $4 worth of hot water. So the technology is excellent. One of the things you have to plan for, though, is that the way these units work is that they exhaust cold air in their function. So they are basically taking in room air, extracting the heat out of it, and putting that heat into the water, and the byproduct of that is cooling. So in the summer, that's great. You welcome that cool air into your home, as it helps with space conditioning and dehumidification. But sometimes in the winter, you want to direct that cool air to somewhere you won't feel it. So many times into a storage room or somewhere in the lower level, or sometimes in extreme cold, you can actually flip a switch and just have the hot water heater run in full electric mode without the heat pump. So they're very flexible and very efficient systems. On the right side, the graphic you see are instant hot water, or what they call on-demand hot water heaters. Since we're not bringing a gas line into a passive building, we are relying on the electric versions of these on-demands. They're nice because they're fairly compact, and you can install several units around the house. You can have them right under the kitchen sink, and you could have them right in a closet next to the shower. And this minimizes hot water pipe length. It uses energy only when hot water is needed. And when we did our research for the Lakeside Net Zero Passive House, we found out that on some of the units there were some concerns with short lifespan, depending on the hardness and quality of the water at your site would affect the longevity of those units. So it's been many years now since that project. I'm sure that the technology has improved, but that's just something to keep in mind as you research.